Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. This week we're camping at Meaher State Park right outside Mobile, Alabama. So it's a pretty convenient park. It's about 10 minutes to the city of Mobile. It's probably 5 minutes to the city of Spanish Fort, 45 minutes down to Dauphin Island, and less than an hour to Gulf Shores, Alabama. So pretty convenient campground to stay at if you want to explore southern Alabama. So pretty cool deal. It actually has 61 sites here. They're all full hookup, so that's a good thing right there. And as you can see behind me, they have a 300-foot fishing pier. So we plan to take advantage of that as well. But y'all come go along with us and we'll show you around this park. Of course, when you first come into the park, you got the little check-in station here. You have to check in through. And the campground is just right behind it, so pretty neat. One cool thing they do have, they have the Delta Gold honey. And they actually have the hives in the back of the park. So pretty cool. Alright, as you can see, this is the sites. As I mentioned earlier, they have 61 sites. And they do have a few pull-throughs there too. Sites 55 through 61 are all pull-throughs. So we'll just take a walk through the campground, and I'm not going to film each individual site, but you know, kind of get the gist of it. And most of the sites, from what I see, are pretty level. And you know, they're asphalt, and like I mentioned earlier, full hookup. So it's a really nice campground. It's kind of set in the pines here on Mobile Bay. And it does have a pretty much a constant breeze coming off the bay, so that's an added bonus. Alright, as you first come in, take your first right, and it looks like campsites 1 through 5 are located on the right beside the check-in station. I don't know if you can see it in the background, but you look out over the pier and out over part of Mobile Bay, there's I-10. You know, and we was concerned about the road noise, and you probably can hear some, but to be quite honest with you, we didn't even pay attention to it. It's just, you know, you didn't hear it, to be honest with you. So this is our site. Our site's number 7. So you can see it's full hookup. You got 30 and 50. Got your water and sewer. And to be quite honest with you, there's not a bad site in this place. Even the tent sites are really nice. You can see the ones, I guess it's the odd number sites right on the bay. Don't have quite as much shade as the even number across the road here, but so you just choose which one you want. You want the shade or you want the bay. You can see they got some pretty big rigs in here, so these sites pretty much can handle whatever you got. From a Class A all the way to a huge fifth wheel. Alright, they have one bathhouse right here in the middle of the campground. And they over by where we're staying, they have one. It just has the 2 men's and women's restrooms. So, but this one has the full shower and everything. Has a laundry room. Alright, here's a map of the campground. Everything it has to offer. It has a canoe and kayak launch, a boat launch. Has a beach, which we checked out the beach. It's mostly just a shell beach, but a beach nonetheless. And then you can rent kayaks here as well and go out in the bay and some of the rivers that run together here at Meaher State Park. I think there's 4 or 5 rivers that come together, so pretty cool. And as I mentioned, you know, they have the kayak rentals here, but one thing to kind of be aware of, there are alligators here. So we've only seen one since we've been here, but it's a pretty good size one, but I don't think they'll mess with you if you're in a kayak. So many people go out. I'm sure they're probably used to it now. But and then one other place is, or a couple other places, to be honest with you, that you could visit close to here. You've got the Battleship Park, where they have the USS Alabama and the USS Drum, which is a submarine. You can go visit that. And then Bellingrath Gardens is probably about 30-45 minutes away from here. So that's a pretty cool place to see too, especially in the springtime with all the azaleas blooming. But several places you can get to from this campground that is probably an hour or less away. So it's a good base campground. All right, as we come to the end of the loop that we're staying on, come into another loop. And boy, if you can get this site 54, that's a nice one right there. It's got shade and the bay with the breeze coming off of the bay. Looks like they got a good spot there. And you've got some in the interior loop here. And they do have a nice trail here. It's actually goes out and leads to a boardwalk that goes out over the marsh. You can go out there and, you know, take a look at the marsh and see all the beautiful flowers blooming, and might even get a chance to see an alligator or a snake. So pretty cool. The name of this trail is Cane Cutter Trail. So I think they name it for the cane cutter rabbits that live around here. Some of them things as big as dogs. I did get a chance to see some osprey here as well. As you can see, they have 4 cabins. Right here, we'll go down to the boat ramp and get a little better look at them. But there's an osprey nest right there. I think there's some little ones up there in it. I don't know if you can see it moving around, but pretty cool. There they are. And then right behind the cabins is the tent section. And they do have electricity and water at each site. So if you're at a tent camp, and come check it out. And just a word of advice, if you have a big window or a door, be sure to face it towards the bay where you'll catch the cool breezes coming in. I don't know if you can see it from here, but the ospreys are moving around in the nest up there pretty good. So looks like they're getting ready to take off. One tried it. He's getting there. All right. So y'all come check it out. Meaher State Park. Alright, here's a kayaks and canoes you can rent. You just have to stop at the front check-in station to do that. And of course they got it locked up right now, but they got the life vest and the paddles in the little storage shed there. So looks like they even have some tandem kayaks here. Right now we're at the boat ramp, which has a 2-lane ramp. But if you do come here, just know they have a high and low tide, so just plan your trip accordingly if you're going out in the boat. Not so much an issue if you're in the kayak. So here's another look at the 4 cabins that they have for rent here that overlook the marsh. And just a note, right across the highway from the park is the 5 Rivers. I'm not sure what they call it, but anyway, it's like visitor center. It's where 5 rivers in Alabama come together and run into Mobile Bay. So get a chance, check that out. So pretty cool place over there as well. So plenty to do here. You know, if you get a chance, come check it out. I don't know if you can see them, but there's one of the cane-coated rabbits right out here close to the road that leads down to the beach. I don't know how close he'll let us get, but there's one there, and there's one kind of back in the edge of the woods. So there you go. He had enough of me. But some of these things are huge. Alright, I did mention at the start of the video they have, I don't know, 6 or so pull-through sites here. So they're all located along the main road coming into the park. So if you really have a pull-through site, they do have some of those, so look out for them. And they're all full hookup, as I mentioned earlier. Some are pretty convenient right to the bathhouse here. Meaher State Park is site number 26 of the Alabama Coastal Birding Trail. So if you're interested in that, come check it out. We did see a few osprey and several other shorebirds. So there's a lot here if you like birding. folks, that's going to wrap it up for us here at Meaher State Park and right outside Spanish Fort or Mobile, Alabama. So pretty close to both cities, right in between. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That'll help out the channel. And if you hadn't subscribed to the channel, we greatly appreciate you consider doing that. And while we were here, we did take a visit down to Fort Gaines on Dauphin Island, and we'll have that video coming out shortly. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, and we say when we're planning our next new adventure, why not go stay at a campground on Mobile Bay?